Hey guys, it's Melanie from melaniekham.com. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, new crochet tutorial. It's a basket. So cute. This is the small one. I also made a larger one with a thicker cord. The cool thing about this project is that you don't have to use exactly what I used. I want you guys to be able to use what you have on hand to make these baskets. The nice thing about this kind of cord, it's one of those macrame cords that are made out of, I think it's polypropylene, so it's washable. Like you could hose it down, it's not going to hurt anything, which is kind of cool. But you can use double strands of yarn, you can use different kind of macrame cord, you can use strips of fabric. So I'm going to show you all those details over on my blog. That way I can kind of list everything out and you can see it really easily. First link down below. But for this video, let's jump right in. I'm going to teach you exactly how to make it. All right, let's make our basket. So I wanted to show you this basket that I made. This is with the Bonnie craft cord or any sort of craft cord. It doesn't have to be Bonnie. This one is just, I know, widely available, so that's why I picked it. 4mm. I used a 12mm hook. That's what I used to make this size. And then this along the top, this is from Darn Good Yarn, recycled fabric. It's like strips of fabric. So you can use this, you can buy it like that, or you can use scraps of fabric that you have in your fabric stash maybe, or something, an article of clothing that you're going to cut up because you're going to give it to the Goodwill or whatever. So that is what is along the top. I'm going to show you version 2 that I made. This is with my other basket pattern. So that's what it looks like with this style of yarn with an entire project. So in this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use the 6mm, so something a little bit thicker, a 19mm hook or an S. Okay, we're going to start with a magic ring, so hold that free end, wrap it around some fingers, pull that through, make a stitch. Now we are going to do 7 single crochets and we're going to make the base of our basket. So this bottom part, this is all going to be single crochets, and then we're going to switch up our stitch for the sides. So we want to put 7, so insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. That's our single crochet, insert. That's 2. We need a total of 7. Okay, there is 7. Tighten it up. Here is that first stitch. We're going to insert in the top of there, slip stitch, that's yarn over, pull through both loops. All right, let's chain 1, and then we're going to do 2 single crochets in each stitch going all the way around. So not starting here, we're going to start over in this first stitch. There's 1, and 2. Okay, continue that going all the way around, 2 single crochets in each stitch. All right, here we go. We've got 14 stitches. And when you slip stitch this ring closed, make sure that you're slip stitching it in that first stitch. The turning chain is going to look really large because of this style of cord. So, and if you get off, it's not really going to matter for this project. But just when the rule of thumb is just when you're slip stitching it, that round closed, make sure you're doing it in that first stitch. That will be easier to see. Chain 1. So see, that's that chain 1. We don't want to stitch in there when we come back around. Okay, so we're going to, not here, but over here, 2 single crochet. So there's 1 and 2, and then we're going to do 1. and then 2 in the next one, and repeat that, going all the way around. So 2, 1, 2 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 2, 1, and go ahead and do that all the way around. Okay, our last one here. And then you see that's that turning chain, slip stitch it to the first stitch. There's 21 stitches. Chain 1. And then I'm going to go around one more time, then we'll begin our sides of our basket. And so this one more time, we're going to do 2 single crochets again in the same stitch. And then it's going to go 1 and then 1. And then 2 in the same stitch, 1, 1. 2 in the same stitch, 1, 1. So go ahead and do that all the way around. Okay, here's how it's looking. So we had 2, 1, and then there was one more here. Remember, not this chain 1. Slip stitch with the first stitch. And now we're going to begin the walls of our basket. So we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to half double crochet. So that's yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3. And then you'll want to tighten that down a little bit. And then we're going to do the exact same thing all the way around. Yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops, yarn over, all 3. So we're going to do 1 stitch in each going all the way around, and when we come back around here we're just going to continue it. All right, here's how it's looking. Now as we're working on this, this is our right side and this is our wrong side. So you see the difference. So as we're working it, we're going to want to flip this. Because this is going to be the outer part, right? We got one more. And then I'm just going to continue on. I'm not going to slip stitch or join chain 1, none of that stuff. I'm just going to do this one. And then here's our previous stitch. So you can tell because we have those 1, 2, 3 strands. So that's a stitch. So I'm going to yarn over and then just go right in the top of that stitch. And in the top of that stitch means underneath these 2 strands, it's kind of like a V shape. So now we'll be going in a spiral. So this kind of makes a little jump, and then we're going to continue going all the way around, basically until it reaches the height that you want or until you run out of rope. So whichever happens first, go ahead and keep stitching all the way around it. And then when I get there, I will show you how to do this little optional top stitch. So I wanted to just show you, here's where we made that jump. So see how it goes from 1 up to 2 right here. So we'll just keep going. We'll stitch here, here, and then continue going all the way around. So ideally when you are done, you're gonna finish up around this area. Ready to be done here. It's a decent size. It's about 6 inches tall. I feel like that's a pretty good size, and I've still got some left over, and actually I'm gonna make some just bases by itself to put some plants on. So this is the side that kind of dips down a little bit, you see that? So as we get over here is where we had that step up. So as we get closer, we're going to drop our stitch down. Now my hands are not too fatigued. This project took me so far, even with filming, took me less than an hour. So it's not very long. The only thing that is kind of bothering me is where this is running along my finger. This is going to be a little bit raw. It's not bad, but if I was going to make it much longer, I'd probably go put a Band-Aid over that just to protect my skin. So that's one thing that you could watch out for. Okay, now I want the half double crochet stitch is a little bit taller, so now I'm going to do a single crochet stitch. It's a little bit shorter stitch. I'm going to do another one of those. And then I'm going to do a slip stitch. And then you can see how that kind of evened out that little dip that happens. We can cut this, give yourself a little tail, and you can use your fingers to weave that in. So first we'll fasten it off. So you can use your fingers to weave it in, or a smaller hook size to bring it on this side and weave that in. So there's how it's looking. Pretty cute. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to use this recycled yarn. Look, it's just a strip of fabric, so you can create your own or you can buy it like this. I'll put a link. This is all recycled materials, which is pretty cool. I'm going to attach it here. And you could do this a couple different ways. On this basket, we're just going to do a single crochet one time all the way around. On this guy, I'm going to do 2 times, just to show you a little bit of a different look. It'll have a little wider feel, which I think will be kind of natural for this larger piece. Okay, so bring that up, chain 1. Okay, and then we're going to insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. That's our single crochet. We did a bunch of those. So same kind of thing. Go ahead and do this all the way around. When you get back around to here, there's not going to be any difference. We're just going to continue like we've been doing. Look how pretty that looks. But go ahead and keep doing your top. I will show you over here, but we're pretty much in the home stretch. We're almost done. Kind of bypass that join. Okay, and if you want to be done here, you totally can. You will just, that's where that stitch goes. And that will be it. Or you can go around one more time, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to continue. I'm not even going to join it. Just going to keep moving. I stuck with the same hook size, and just make sure you're bringing this all the way over here to the wider part of the hook, because if you only do it here to the middle, it's going to make that stitch a lot smaller. So make sure you're really pulling it up. So that's how the top will be. I'm going to slip stitch here, cut this yarn. So we'll weave in those tails. Otherwise, there is your adorable crochet basket. It's about 10 inches in diameter, about 7.5 inches tall. So it's a really nice, good size. Pretty cute, right? I had mine styled with like a votive holder because it's sitting outside on my balcony. But you can put plants in it. If it's kind of washable, you can store all kinds of things in it, use it inside, blankets, different, baskets have all kinds of fun uses for them. So I hope this inspired you to make one, and tag me if you do. I'd love to see it on social media. So I'll see you guys in the next video.